All right, I got a couple of football questions for you guys. And Mike, I want to start with you because it's a story that just keeps on giving. There are two things came out of the Giants camp. One, Jameis Winston starting. Is this just the Giants' way of waving the white flag for the year?
I think it's just you're protecting Jackson Dart. He's already been injured twice. There's no purpose. You know he can play. You know he's good. And, yeah, season's over. And there's no purpose to rushing him back. So, sure, yeah, surrender.
Okay.
Surrender, Cobra.
All right. And before we move on, something else since we're talking about the Giants. I gave you a list of names. I did not make these names up. I gave you a list of names. This was according to CBS Sports. Mike, a couple of other names have come out. Just want to gauge where you're at. David, you can feel free to chime in as well. But, Mike, there are two from the college ranks. One, Lincoln Riley.
And?
Oh, I wanted to save the other was Lane Kiffin.
I get the Kiffin thing based on the Jackson Dart connection. And, honestly, I've given up all hope as long as Joe Shane is there. I don't get how Brian Daboll's the fall guy for this. He didn't shop for the groceries. And, in fact, the one grocery item, the apple he picked from the tree, was Jackson Dart. He pounded the desk to get that to be his quarterback. Joe Shane has been morbid. So I don't care who they hire because long ago I've lost the archetype of what a successful coach is. They could have experience. They could have no experience. They could be young or old, skinny or fat, bald or have a mullet. They could wear a fishing vest. There's no rhyme or reason. So I'm open to everything. Why? My team has the worst winning percentage in football over the last 5 years, and it's been 15 since we've been relevant. You could hire Santa Claus. I don't care.
So you would take a college coach?
Sure.
Okay.
Don't care.
David? Oh, okay. All right, let's get into some, speaking of coaches, here's a list of coaches that may be fired. Daboll's already been fired. Other coaches who could be fired at some point throughout this season. The first couple kind of shocked me, but it was Matt LaFleur, Green Bay Packers head coach.
Look at him. I've said this for 2 weeks. There are a lot of rumblings about he needed to give up play calling. And if you watch that game the other night, it's obvious. Every first down's a run. It's like Don Treadwell's calling the offense. But the most egregious thing of all, 4th and 1, and you're running hurry up, shotgun, and a telegraphed zone play where the defense is yelling, zone, zone, zone. Like, Rico, give up the play calling. You're bad at it. Because, look,
Packers have anti-Lions.
Packers have 3 losses, and the defense hasn't given up more than 16 points. It's you, Matt, and your manicured little boy band beard. Enough.
Yeah, something's broken, and he has to look in the mirror because it's nothing else but what he's doing. That's it.
Yeah, because the Packers would actually fire him, even though they're, competing.
If they fell at the end of the year, I can definitely see it. Yeah,
okay, but not in the middle of the year.
Nope.
Number 4 would be Sean McDermott, Buffalo head coach.
I'm good with it because for 2 years now I've said Sean McDermott's a bum. He's a defensive coach, and the defense never comes through. You lost the home playoff game because you employed Leslie Frazier a few years ago to the Bengals. I don't think Sean McDermott's any good, so I'd be fine with it. I think he's a nothing.
Yeah, they reshaped that entire defensive line, mainly the defense, really, and nothing's come from it.
If they win it, it's in spite of him because every year this is the same stuff. So, again, not saying it's impossible, but they would win it in spite of him. They would win it based on the greatness of Josh Allen. I don't think Sean McDermott's the guy.
Okay. Raheem Morris.
Dead giveaway.
Dead man walking.
Gone. Okay. Just I'm not even wasting any more time. Gone.
Kevin Stefanski.
He's a good football coach in a terrible situation. You could make the case to fire him, and he'd probably take it as relief. He'd be Andy Dufresne shining a boat in Mexico and be happy. But I don't think it's about Kevin Stefanski as much as look at the organizational circus that he coaches within, the vortex. Why play Dylan Gabriel? Because this is what they gave me. Like, your choices are Dylan Gabriel or Shador. Huh?
Yeah, while the head coach was in meetings and had a discussion about Deshaun Watson and the quarterback situation, it ultimately was up to Andrew Berry, that GM. He has done this thing to them, and Kevin Stefanski's just sitting by.
The other thing, too, guys, we have to be clear about it. All they care about is draft capital, building through the draft, and having a team ready for when they open their new stadium. There's nothing about this that's authentic or true to winning now. Okay. So if I'm Stefanski, hell, he should go out on the field, pull his pants down, get fired.
Okay. I want to come back to Stefanski in 1 second, but the last one is Pete Carroll. I don't think there's any shock there, right?
That's old person's home as much as anything. Fire him, put him in a home, do whatever you want. He's terrible.
Yeah, when the hiring happened, we had that discussion. We all said, what are they doing?
It's a horrible organization. The owner's a joke. He's also cash poor. They moved to Las Vegas, which is a complete and utter nonsense move. There's no home field. You're nothing more than everyone's homecoming game. Yeah, it's not even a real franchise anymore, which is a shame because whether they were in L.A. or Oakland, it made sense.
The Raiders.
There was something to it.
Yes.
It's not real.
All right, let's go back to the Browns now.
Oh, goody.
You're hearing more and more reports. Is it time to see Shedeur Sanders on the field?
Yeah, why not? Honestly, why not? Dylan Gabriel, wait for it. Let me show you my surprise face. Can't play. He's 3 feet tall. He has no arm strength. I don't even know why they drafted him. It was never about, they drafted Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur. It's that they drafted Dylan Gabriel at all. It made no sense. Then you drafted them both. Yeah, Rico, you know what? Play him. What do you got to lose? If he sucks, it's not your problem anymore. See? He's terrible. He should have fallen in the draft. Now, if he's good,
oh, boy.
Oh, boy. But
what do we wait for? He turns into Kirk Cousins.
We got a draft steal.
See, that's why I think they won't do it, because of that controversy right there. And I mentioned it. They still have to pay Deshaun Watson. So if you put Shedeur in there and he looks good, now you're thinking, why didn't we do this earlier? What do we do with Watson? What do we do with Shedeur? Because we still have to pay Watson. They don't want that smoke.
Well, you're losing without Watson playing and you're still paying him. So I would just keep paying him and not playing him.
Cleveland's afraid of the smoke. I'm just going to be honest. They are. They are afraid to do the hard stuff there.
Okay. A couple other questions of what should this team do next? We'll start with the Philadelphia Eagles. And
fire Patullo.
Okay. That wasn't the question.
No, it's the God's honest truth. Fire Patullo, the OC. He's atrocious. Oh, and by the way, A.J. Brown, stop talking.
That's what it was.
Go give people the quote. Edit it, but give them the quote.
Talk a little bit more about that. Let me make sure I can edit it first.
I'll edit it. Quote,
basically,
it's a bleep show. Yeah. If you have me in fantasy, get rid of me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing.
That's what you want your $30 million wide receiver to be saying before your biggest game of the year.
Yeah, when he was playing the video game, he was on some Twitch with a video game guy. It's amazing what happens when you throw me the ball.
Look, they have a play calling problem. They do. I thought Monday night was an exhibition in two teams that could take notes from the Lions. A switch is needed. It just is. In Philly, the offense hasn't looked right all year. Right. Green Bay, I'm sorry. Something here. Green Bay, and it's your coach. Get a different play caller in there because LaFleur has lost the plot. Every first down's a run. It's crazy.
For Cincinnati, Joe Burrow actually started working out again. Should they just go ahead and power it down?
Yep.
Or try to bring Burrow back in before the season?
I'd shut it down. There's no purpose to it. 4 defensive starters demanded trades this season. It's a debacle. Joe, just get healthy. We'll see you next year.
See, that's what I would do. Let them practice. Let's see how, the recovery's coming along in practice. And we'll look at you come December and say, all right, thank you. We're going to shut it down for the rest of the year. Thank you. Now we know you're good. Get yourself ready for OTAs.
And one more, should they shut this person down or actually try? And that's the Commanders and Jaden Daniels.
Shut it down, baby. Shut it down. Your team quit on the field. Your coach assumed defensive play calling for this week. There's injuries. There's no purpose, man. They are assets. They're not even players at this point. I would never risk it. The entire Washington already wrecked their franchise for the better part of a decade because they did risk it with RG3 and Shanahan in that playoff game. No purpose here. Team's dead in the water. You know what? They benefit from tanking it out. Draft a tackle. Protect them a little more.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You said it all. You're right. They messed it with RG3. Their history, you can't do this again.
And I just think if you have nothing to play for, you can't risk the next 10 years for the next 10 weeks. These are business decisions now. It's not even about toughness or what the player does or doesn't want to do. They have argued. Like, let me ask you a question, if I may. Fair to say that they have essentially $1 billion valuation wrapped up in Jaden Daniels, that if he's with the franchise, that franchise is worth $1 billion more than if he's not.
Yes, because if he's with the franchise, like, you know what? You're going to get free agents who want to come there, wide receivers like, yeah, I want to play and be on that same team.
And you got a new stadium you got to open up.
I was just about to pull that point from earlier.
You're not
right.
playing him.
Okay.
All right, good talk.
All right. That's your NFL Blitz, 97.1.